So we are introducing a manufacturing plant for preformed thermoplastic unit. Uh, this unit consists of various different components. So if you look at the whole preformed thermoplastic plant, this consists of the water jet system, which is basically does the cutting of different shapes on thermoplastic sheet. Yeah, and there is another unit which manufactures the thermoplastic sheets in different thicknesses and different sizes actually. So what you are seeing here is basically the cutting water jet system, which is used for cutting different shapes on this thermoplastic sheet. So here this one is the pump. This KMT is a pump actually, which is used for pumping water into the cutting machine at a very high pressure. And the machine which you see on the top of this KMT, on top, what you see, that blue color cylinder, that is basically an RO system. It basically purifies the water which goes into this particular pump. Okay, this is a very high power pump which is used for pumping water into the jet system cutting machine. Yep. And the right hand side, what you see, that's a stabilizer which is used basically for stabilizing the power input into the cutting machine. And this all are simultaneously connected. Yeah, so the setup what we created is here, down you see the KMT machine, that's a pump. On the top, RO machine is there, that blue one. And on the left hand side, what you see, that the big one, that's actually a chiller. So the water is purified first, it goes to the chiller, it reduces the temperature drastically, and then it goes into that KMT pump, and from pump it is injected into this cutting machine. So what you're seeing here, this is the cutting machine. Yeah, so which is a very high pressure water based cutting machine used. Yeah, along with this machine, other than water, the input is the sand dispenser also used along with this. So the whole cutting, if you talk about the water jet system, it consists of the RO purifier, the water purifier, the water chiller, and there's a pump, the KMT pump which I shown you. Then there's a stabilizer and this cutting machine and the sand dispenser. So this whole thing, what you see, the whole setup is basically for cutting different shapes of thermoplastic. Yeah, so this is the bed of the jet system, and everything is installed in one single area. It's very robust, you see, so this all 5 components are in different it's in the same place. It's placed very properly so that the maintenance will be much easier. And see this machine, this is basically the sand dispenser we are using. The sand which goes into the pump is, see, it is routed to the cutting machine. Okay, so there's a water and sand, both is pumped into this jet cutting machine, the water jet machine. And there, the pressure is very high, and using that, we cut different shapes on this particular cutting machine. Now in this machine, it's basically it's programmable. When we talk about creating different designs, maybe the arrow keys or stop signs or cycle signs, yeah, those kind of signs can be created on this particular machine. There's a dashboard, a small a human interface. See what you see here. So this is the control board on the right hand side. Yeah, there you can do a programming, you can create different shapes, or you have another option, you create these shapes on your laptop or PC, put it on your USB, and then copy that file into this particular system, and that can be replicated. Yeah, so that's the jet system for cutting. Now coming back to the thermoplastic preformed manufacturing part. So this is also a very important part of that particular whole plant. Yeah, this is the thermoplastic unit where we manufacture the thermoplastic sheets. Yeah, so these sheets are manufactured here, then put it into the jet system for cutting in different shapes. So what you see here, so this is basically an extrusion we are using. On the left hand side, what you see, that yellow color, so that's a tank, thermoplastic tank. On the right hand side, what you see, that is also a tank. So you can have two tanks connected here. One may be white and another one may be yellow, and either of this you can create different sheets. See now, like the jet is on, the extrusion is on, and the sheets are coming out. See this, like how the sheets are coming out, and it will get cut at one particular point. Yeah, see this, like how this layer is coming. Yeah, this is very proper. See, like you see small bubbles here, but the thing is that, like one, you have to leave it for some time, so that like it will automatically set and these bubbles will go off and it will be a plain sheet. What we do is, like on this machine, we create these sheets here and we put it for drying. Once it is dried, then we put it on the water jet system. See this, like how these sheets are coming out. Yeah, on the edges, like you will see this little bit distortion, but it will go off once, because we just started, like I'm just showing you the demo of this particular machine. Yeah, once there is a continuous manufacturing is happening on this particular system, so then you won't see those kind of distortions and this kind of bubbles and things like that. See, like once we create that sheets and we put it on a, like put it on this particular rack for drying, we leave it for say 15-20 minutes and it will dry off completely. And so once it is dried, then we will put it onto this jet system. See this jet, this is the interface where you can do a programming and programming of different designs, create different designs, or you can also, like create a design on your laptop or PC and put it on a USB and copy it here, and you can execute that from here. Okay, so it's very simple, very user friendly system. There's no much complications involved in this. See this, like now how it is going to shape, like we put a design into the system from our laptop. Now we are going to operate it. The pointer, what you see, that's a jet actually. That's the cutting point. Yeah, now see like how it operates. Like basically it's a very high pressure, so it's a water and sand both are coming from that particular point. So that's how the cutting happens, and it's very powerful. And see this, like how this happens. Yep, and we put different shapes here, and it automatically does this. See, we are like, we just show you how it does. See this. Now look at the pressure, look at the way it cuts, like it gives very sharp edges. Yeah, it's very quick also. So whatever water you see, the spreading, the color, that is because of the sand. Water and sand is mixed, so that's the reason that color is coming like that. So we are just washing it using external water, so that you can see clearly the shapes coming out of so these are the sheets what we use. So if, like see the design here, like we create a very small design. The size of the design is, the image is very small, so it is getting cut on this particular sheet itself. If you want to create this kind of designs in a bigger sizes, so you can do that also. And when you create a bigger size, it will cut that size in different small components, and you can again each and every component you can cut it on this particular thermo sheet. Yep. So this thermoplastic sheet, what you see, like maybe of various thickness you can have. It starts from around 4 to 5 mm. Yeah, and see this shapes, like see the edges, see the way it has cut. It's very sharp and very clear, and you can have various sizes of this and various images you can create on this. Yeah, it's all fully automatic, and it works very well. Like, it's very easy to maintain as well, like as I said earlier. Yeah, look at the shapes, how it comes. So now there's no heat generation or something like that. So it's a very cool environment. Yeah, here, like, there's no risk. Safety point of view, like, if you evaluate this thing, it's very safe. See this, like, when I was taking this particular video, I was very close to the machine, and these all things happened in front of me. So I was just watching, and I was just capturing the video of this thing to show you the working model of the whole system. See this can be removed, like, see the shape. Yeah, it's perfect. See, like, how it comes out. Yeah, I will show you, like, we'll put it in a sheet and show you this. So these are the sheet, like, what we create from the thermo machine. See, the shape is created now. It's very easy to use. You can take it to the side, put it on a road, and just heat it, like, and it will stick to the road. It's very simple. So while applying this thing, yeah, you have to take little, when you are, because if it is in a bigger shape, like, you'll be cutting it, you will have different pieces, multiple pieces of this. Yeah, and carrying to the side and all is very easy, not much difficult task. See this, like, we put an acrylic sheet down, so that, like, the thermo sheet which is coming out of this extrusion will not stick to the surface of that particular metallic sheet on which the acrylic sheet we have put in. So it is a very easy to handle and easy to maintain machine. See, like, there are switches. There's a control box on there, that side. See, now we tried yellow. See, actually the color is not coming out properly because yellow and white is getting mixed, just before, because we are using only one single tank at this point of time. We are not using both the tank. So earlier, like, we used white, and we didn't clean it properly, like, so we just put in yellow on top of it. So see, like, 2-3 sheets will go off like this, and after that you will see a real yellow sheet coming out. And this has a, like, forward and backward movement of the conveyor. See this, now it's coming perfect. See the color, see the sheet, like, see the edges, all are very proper. See, like, you have to leave this for some time, 5-10 minutes, so that it will dry and cool. Then you can take it to the jet machine and cut different shapes there. It's a very simple, and there's no much complication involved in this particular machine, the whole setup. So the whole plant, if you look at, see, like, see, at the time, see, one time, like, what you can do is, like, if you are planning to create multiple shapes, so you can create the sheets here, and put it on those racks for cooling. Let it cool for some time, and then afterwards, and you can keep it for longer time also, okay, these sheets. And once it is done, so whenever different shapes you need, you go to the jet machine and put these sheets there and cut different shapes there. Okay, so see, it is possible, like, no need to have both the machine working simultaneously or together. Yeah, so this machine, you can use it and create different sheets and keep it, store it very well properly in those racks. Yeah, and whenever you need yellow or white, you take out the sheet from there and take it to the jet machine and cut different shapes there. It's very simple. See in this like video, like, how we are creating this yellow one. Now it's coming very properly. See, earlier, like, the first one you saw, like, there was some distortions here and there, but now it's very clear. Yeah, so it's very easy to maintain as well. This the whole setup of this thermo is very easy to set up. You see, though, both the like heaters are on both sides, yellow and white. Yeah, and we can have different capacities there, and the thermo which need to be fed into this particular system has to be put it into those heaters. The opening of those heaters are on the top, so you open it and pour it inside. Yep, and then starts like giving you the output. So the heaters are like, all oil jacketed, so the heating is very proper, so no issues on that. And we can have, like, for heater purpose we can have a diesel burner, or we can have a gas burner, based on your requirement. So it's very like a plug and play kind of situation we can create. See this, like, these are the outputs of this machine. Like, we are just left it for drying. Now you see, like, there's no bubbles and things like that. It's very plain, very, yeah, it's settled now almost. Now we will take it to the jet machine here. See, we have designed something and put it on that USB, yeah, so capturing that and put it into the jet machine right now. So we selected a particular image, and we are just executing that. So it's that simple. Like, it's no need to have a very high technical rocket scientist to operate these machines. It's very easy to do that. See, like, we are now cutting another small shape on this arrow sign. See this, like, how simple it is, like how quick it is. Yes, it is done. So it's just very fast. So you can create various designs here, like, and it's very simple. Like, you design it on your laptop, capture the same thing on your USB and put it into the jet machine, and this is how it works. So the whole system, like, the space required, you saw that, like, how big is the plant is. Almost like maybe around 30 meters by 30 meters would be the maximum size required. Not more than that, I don't think. It's like, and there should be a continuous flow of water, which is the input for the jet machine. And see this size now, see this shape, like the edges and all is properly cut. So you can take these symbols as it is to a side, put it on a road and just heat it.